what you can expect over the next 1 to 3 days or so? Well, I'm here to help you with that. Good one, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Energy with daily predictions, your news before the news. Good one is my way to greet. It means good, blessed, and wonderful. So the day's energy is going to be similar to what we saw the day before yesterday. And this energy deals with accomplishment, endings, completion, transitions into the spirit on a mass level, as well as fear of the unknown. Because when you complete something, now sometimes you fear what's next, because it's like, I don't know anything else. So you'll see people who have just lost their jobs. As you know, typically I would tell you early on in the cycle to make sure you're doing what you need to be doing, because your boss is going to be out lurking about, seeking whom they may what? Hire or fire or promote. Okay. And so that's why I was encouraging you that, because I know that within the energy on certain days, things are more likely to happen. Like yesterday, you were more likely to get approved for something. Today is more likely to be a disapproval for something. And so we will see this play out in the world, disapproval, because a lot of people are hurt today because of loss of some sort. Okay. And I tell you, hurt people. Okay. And not just that, I'm picking up on it's also still going to be humanitarian acts being displayed. So we're going to be, you're likely going to see somebody in need. You're likely going to hear in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so, but more specifically today, a lot of talk about aid, support, and like overall what we can do for each other, providing assistance. And so that's what you're going to see here. A lot of humanitarian acts. Oftentimes this is going to bring up situations dealing with school systems, and also the disabled is coming up in the energy. So over the next 1 to 3 days or so, we're going to start seeing more news coming in about the disabled, those with disabilities, and things of that nature. We'll also see coming in a lot of talk about, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be interesting, because I've been picking up on a lot of violent acts. Okay. More specifically, I see an assassination attempt. Okay. And so because I see this assassination attempt, and I say attempt, I'm seeing like a lot of shooting, and I'm seeing things being shot down. So actually over the next 1 to 3 days or so, it's very likely, very, very likely that we hear about a plane being shot down. And speaking of about a plane, where I see a lot of like talk about like British Airways, and they have been very busy here lately, from like doing some, I feel like some merging, to doing some, making some decisions on to close for the winter months, or to stay grounded for the winter months, because for the 2025 to 2026, because of the decrease in customers and stuff. So I'm seeing a lot of like those decisions being made. So British Airways has been very, 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 very busy here lately. And so that's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing something coming in about jam. Okay. Like maybe it's a jam contest, something coming in about jam, or a lot of music is going to kick in, and somebody might be like, that's my jam. Okay, it might be just that's my jam energy, but no, I feel like it's going to be jellies and jams. And jellies and jams, I'm picking up on a lot of food energy. But remember one time I told you not too long ago that I feel like there's going to be limits placed on certain things, like the amount that you might be able to buy of certain things. So I am seeing limits placed on food items, like you're only going to be able to buy so much of something because it might be a shortage, and this could have something related to the tariffs. Okay, but I'm definitely seeing limits being placed. Now, on a governmental level, it could be limits being placed on what the government can and cannot do as well. So these limits might not just be on a constituent level. It might also be on a governmental level as well, and also on a personal level. You might start putting limits on yourself, because this energy, and for the rest of the month, what did I tell you yesterday? It deals with friendship. It deals with spiritual awakenings. It deals with spiritual reflection, self-reflection, self-discovery. A lot of people are going to be discovering their purpose. A lot of people are going to be awakening. So all of this energy is dealing with the self. So it's a bit of self-care. It's a bit of rest. It's a bit of communicating with what your needs are and focusing on you. And that being said, these limitations being placed, or some limitations that you could place on yourself, and you could say, okay, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to watch my nutrition. So over the next 1 to 3 days or so specifically, we're going to see a lot of more news coming in about diet, weight loss, nutrition. This could be new findings on some of these new medications coming in, Ozempic and stuff like that. But I am seeing definitely some talk about diets, and I definitely need to go on one. I said I'm going to go on one. Girl, if you don't do what you say you going to do, boo, you better get it done. But yeah, so, and believe you me, after that dream that I dreamt, oh, we gonna get it together, okay? Sometimes God will put a dream inside of you and you like, you're not playing, are you? Okay, I'm gonna get it together. All right, so we gonna get it together. But you know what? Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do what you need to do for you, okay? Love you regardless of where you are in life. Regardless, if you're a saint or a sinner, still love on you. Okay? If you're fat or skinny, still love on you. If you're white or black, still love on you. This is the time to love on yourself this month. Give yourself some grace. All right? And not just this month, for the rest of your life. Because when you start embracing your purpose and you start living purposely so, it's going to be like woo-saw. It's going to be such a weight lifted off of you. And when you stop when you stop caring about what everybody else got to say about you and what you do, it's going to be like a weight lifted off of you, because the word your has what? 4 letters, not 4 people. So your life is your life to live. The word you has 3 letters, not 3 people. So you were born to be you and nobody else. Okay? So embrace that difference. That makes you different. And now is the time for you to start living your best life authentically so. Okay? And so this is going to be some healing energy coming in as well, because I'm seeing balms and salves and stuff like that. Ointments. And I've been picking up on like chicken pox energy. And this could be measles, but I'm picking up on the need, poison ivy, like things like that. Whatever that could irritate the skin is what I'm picking up on. Now, listen, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal professional of any kind, nor am I a financial advisor. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. I gotta say that. But if you know like I know, then you know, okay? And so, but I'm seeing something about, we're going to see something about like an ointment or a cream coming in. And I'm still picking up on vaccines, laboratories. And yesterday I told you about microchips. I'm still picking up on that. So we're going to hear more news coming in about those things over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And I also told you about something being hidden. Some of this stuff that I'm telling you, it might not have come to the surface yet because they're trying to keep it hush hush. But if you check my track record, you know I'm on point, okay? So I know that it's in the works, all right? Now, yeah, I see it, all right? So, and I'm also seeing here, and this fragrance that I'm getting, it could also be perfume. So we could see something coming in about a celebrity launching a new perfume, okay? And or like some kind of like a new beauty line coming out. I'm seeing lotion, so lotion, cream. Okay, it's giving me skincare, self-care. Okay, and that's what we're going to be seeing coming in over the next 1 to 3 days. Having to do, and this could also be product recalls, okay? Product recalls of skincare, lotions, gels, moisturizers. These could also be product recalls that we're going to see over the next 1 to 3 days, because remember, yesterday I was telling you that there was going to be quality checks. And so after the quality checks that was been done over the last few days or so, now people are seeing a problem, like why they're getting these skin rashes, and they're starting to like basically make the complaints. Okay, so we'll see that coming in over the next 1 to 3 days. A lot coming in about medicine and medication. I'm also picking up on something about natural medicine, as well as I'm seeing mint and herbs and lemon and stuff like that here. So this is natural medicine, making sure you get to the point to where you know what you can do in your home just in case things go left. Like it could also be the fact that overseas, where all of these wars are taking place, that they're having a lack of medication, and people are not being able to get the help, the aid that they need. Like, and it's only those who know how to go out in nature and find an herb that to basically alleviate some of their situations, that are being able to manage. That's why I told you this is when your sages come in and your wise men and women come in during times like this. It's all good that you got the internet right now. It's all good that you can go just Google a thing. But what are you going to do in times to come when you don't have any of that? And times will come when you won't have any of that. And people over in these war zones right now, they are experiencing this. Okay? So, a lot coming in about still. I told you yesterday I said something about a smell. I'm still seeing that coming in as well here. Very strong emotions today, as today also deals with, especially midday, deals with a lot of conflict. All right. A lot of conflict. And tomorrow, so there's going to be a lot of fighting incidents, a lot of stabbing incidents, a lot of shooting incidents. I told you assassination attempts. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this real strong. Okay, real strong, to where really, really strong. So, and it's going to happen at a time when something else is going on, and people are just not paying attention as they should be paying attention. So for instance, like 4th of July, around the 4th of July, all these fireworks are going on. All these fireworks are going to be going off. Do you know what I mean? So definitely increased violence here. I'm also seeing Spirit is encouraging us to be as calm as possible. And when I say as calm as possible, I feel like, what is it? Like calm in the eye of the storm. Like calm in the midst of your storm. Okay, be calm in the midst of your storm. I feel like that's the message today. Be calm in the midst of your storm. Once you see the vision and you know what the vision looks like, you know what the promise over your head looks like, because you've seen that vision. And some of you, you've been told that vision. You know that it's going to come to pass, right? That's why I tell people all the time, I do not know everything about this middle. And matter of fact, I really don't care what the middle looks like, because what I do know, and I know for sure, is what my end looks like. And I know that my latter is much better than my former. Do you hear what I'm saying? I know that your latter is much better than your former if you just hang in there just a little while longer. If you just hold on just a little while longer, what she say, everything is going to be all right. Your latter is greater than your former. Don't stop. Don't give up right now. I know it's hard. I know it seems like you've just been going through the motions. And I know it's people that's been doubting you. And I know it's been people attacking your character. And I know it seems like there's no stop, there's no end. I know it seems like it's just like all this stuff just keeps coming in. Every time you make progress, you just keep getting knocked back, and others are basically excelling, and you seem like you're still trying to tread water. But baby, I want to tell you what I tell everybody. Don't worry about them. Look, you are only one experience away from the reality of that situation over there. Only one experience away. So that goes both ways. Be careful of who you put your mouth on, because it might look like God don't have his hands on somebody. It might not look like it. You might not look at them and see God around them. And you might think, oh, that person don't know God. God done gave up on them. And some of you think, ain't no God. I ain't talking to you. Okay? But look, just because it seems like God done gave up on somebody don't mean that it is. It's like, what I have learned is that in the wilderness, you go through the application phase. But in discovery, you go through the lessons. In discovery, you have the teacher. In the application phase, the teacher lets go of your hands to let you actually do the work. That is why it seems like all of a sudden, you're like, God, am I not it? Am I not her? Am I not the one? Am I not him? Am I not your warrior? Am I not your champion? And God will tell you, yes, you are me and I am you. You are mine and I am yours. You are exactly where I want you to be. You are exactly who you need to be. Confirmation, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, okay? So all you need to do is keep learning these lessons, for some of you, in discovery. And if you're in the wilderness, like your girl, it is about you applying. It is about you working through to solve the problems, because we're not here just to live life. We're here to become a master of it. We're here at the end to get that well done, my good and faithful servant. We're here to get the reward at the end, okay? And for me, my reward is the kingdom. All right? My reward is the kingdom. Do you hear me? All right. Your reward is the kingdom. See, for some of you, I already seen it. Some of you, I already seen it. And check my track record. I'm not talking that just to be talking. I have already seen it. I seen you get out to the other side. You just have to keep going. I just have to keep going. We just have to keep going. Room to room, situation to situation. We will make progress. We will get out to the other side. I promise you this, because I am authorized to promise you this. I can guarantee you this because I am authorized to guarantee you this. I know what I know, and I know that I know it. All you got to do is just hold on a little while longer and you will get over to the other side, okay? But be calm in the midst of your storm, because when you're calm, you can actually figure out how to get things done. But when you panic, that's when mistakes are made. When you panic and you're waiting, you oftentimes make mistakes, or seemingly mistakes, because mistakes and failures are not mistakes, and you find yourself going backwards here. Because for some it's sometimes we lose trust that God is going to make good and do what it is that God said that God was going to do when God said that God was going to do it. And so sometimes we lose faith, but we have to hold on, okay? And have faith and know that it's going to work out for your good no matter what it looks like, okay? So be calm in the midst of your storm. I often tell people that my personal power actually is calm. When I'm calm, y'all can tell, because when I'm calm, I'm not stuttering. But when I'm mad, I might stutter. Okay, when I'm a little bit emotional, I might stutter. I might yeah, it'll come out that way. And speaking of stutter, over in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days in the news, we're going to see something coming in about ASL. We're going to see something coming in about sign language interpretation. The disabled, I told you about that, more specifically those who are mute, and those who are deaf, okay, who experience hearing loss here. So we're going to see something coming in about that over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also seeing like they're showing me the absence of wind. So some of these fires that are underway, I feel like they're going to be able to get, some of them, they're going to be able to get ahead of it a little bit, because it's not going to be as windy, because air actually can make fire just rage, okay? So I'm also seeing here a little bit of people feeling like they're being oppressed. I see someone being pacified, told that they can't say this, they can't say that, they can't do this, they can't do that. I'm seeing something coming up about the Marines here. I told you about equal pay. I'm seeing something coming up. We'll hear about that. I'm still picking up on sheep, lambs, and clams. I'm seeing something coming in about someone going to be set up and framed. So we're still seeing that coming in. We're going to hear more about the Diddy case, of course. But I'm seeing more violent SAN sexual assaults. I'm seeing more violent that coming in. I feel like there is a creep out here that's, I'm going to call him him or her, whatever, a serial rapist that's violating people. So I feel like there's a serial rapist out here, out and about. Something coming in about boxing. And so I am seeing something coming in about boxing. Definitely a fighting match here going to happen, but I see something about somebody being elbowed. Okay, so somebody going to be elbowed here, and so we're going to see news coming up about that, fights, pushing, shoves, elbowing someone here. Okay, I'm also seeing, yeah, definitely Ozempic. Okay, news coming up over the next 1 to 3 days about Ozempic or something along those natures, that nature. Okay, this energy is actually going to have people being stuck indoors and doorways, and you know those turnabouts, revolving doors. I feel like this energy will have bring in the news of like people being stuck in doorways, people being stuck in elevators. I'm seeing people being squeezed in things, people being trapped in places and squeezed in things. The other day I told you I saw something about a hole, like somebody being fell in a hole. So I'm definitely seeing people being put in a tight situation and a tight position. Okay, this could be somebody pushed and falling into that tight position here, is what I'm seeing. And so yeah, okay, so huge crowds coming up. I told you that when it comes down to crowds, we're looking at things reaching capacity. And sometimes when things reach capacity, certain things can, like, is this like bleachers and stuff like that? Bleacher cave-ins and stuff like that. As I'm seeing that happen. Also, I'm seeing things piling up. Okay, so we're seeing pile ups on highways and stuff, like pile ups, more specifically today, but I'm seeing pile ups. Relationships, when it comes down to relationships, I'm picking up on a lot of fights in relationships over the next 1 to 3 days. So we're still in this energy a little bit. Okay, I know I said we was getting out, but it's coming back in it, and because it's the energy that's doing it. But yeah. So more fights in relationships tomorrow. Okay, I feel like that starts to intensify again for some tomorrow if there's a communication issue. Otherwise, if there's not a communication issue and the relationship is considerate and supportive, you should be fine here. I'm seeing like people like seizing things, things being taken away from people here. Yeah. Yeah. Things being taken away from people here. And this person who's stuck, it could be a disabled person that gets stuck in somewhere, but somebody gets stuck and it ends up causing them to become disabled. But I'm definitely seeing somebody getting stuck in something over the next 1 to 3 days or so. A lot of music, a lot of jazz here. More specifically, blues. This could be Blue Ivy here. Obviously she's already in the news, always trending, because the girl is doing the dang on thing. Okay. And so I feel like that's just what that is. But a lot of music coming in here. I'm seeing a like people, it seems like, people find themselves in a predicament in certain situations. Like I said, this is the time when dilemmas coming up. This is the time when people are faced with obstacles here. And so this is giving me moon energy, okay? Certain times of the month, it's like when the moon is set at a certain time, or when the moon is like at a certain phase, that this type of obstacle comes in. And so I feel like this is the time to work through those challenges, instead of like letting them overwhelm you. You try to find the solutions to your problems, okay, by being consistent here. A lot of scheming and scandalous activity, as I told you yesterday. So still watch out for people who are trying to get over on you. I see a lot of trickster energy here. And so you definitely want to read the fine print and stuff like that. Okay. Something coming in about taxi cab. Okay, this could be also ride share, but I'm picking up on something about taxi cabs. Accidents happening in taxi cabs. I'm picking up on a gunshot. Okay, but this could be taxi going out of business or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the case, but we're gonna hear more news about taxis over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Buses, we're going to hear more news about buses and more news about trains. This is transit accidents coming in over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also seeing like web activity. Okay, this could be a taxi cab driver's webcam or something like that, showing lewd activity in the back seat or something like that, or a rideshare driver revealing lewd activity in the back seats. People doing lewd things in the back seat, lewd things in the back seat. You know what I mean? So I'm picking up on that, because I am picking up on webcam. I am picking up on sex workers. I am picking up on, that type of talk. This could be Nipur. All right. If you reverse it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm picking up on that type of talk. Okay. And we saw that like on some of these adult sites. That's what I can call it, adult performers. I'm seeing that on some of these adult sites, especially in Texas now, they have to verify that, they have to verify that someone's 18 and older. And so I'm seeing that, that's something more about that talk coming in here. But I'm seeing some like laws, like live broadcast of this, live broadcast of a sex worker or something like that. This is human trafficking again coming in. But yeah, so that's what we can expect in the news over the next 1 to 3 days, something along those lines happening there. Okay. Okay, I'm also seeing something coming in about computers, Macintosh, a new Mac computer or something like that. I told you this a couple of days ago too. I'm picking up on, so we're going to hear news about Mac, like Mac. This could be macaroni for all I know, but we're going to hear more news about Mac. And Mac could be a name. Okay. So I just see Mac, and I know we're going to, have news either about both. It could be a macaroni context. Forget about who made the potato salad. Who made the mac and cheese? All right. I'm also picking up on, I told you like something going on with the Earth's crust and even the bottom of the ocean. I feel like there's like some kind of movement of some sort here. I'm also seeing we're going to see news over the next 1 to 3 days or so about some kind of film, some kind of coating or something being put over something. It's like a covering of something. Like it could be a cover up. We're going to see somebody trying to cover up something, or hear news about like maybe an authority that covered up something here that comes to light. You know, what you do in the dark, it always comes to the light. Okay, so also the film industry is going to be highlighted. Um, yeah, let's see. I'm also seeing, I told you about we're going to see maybe limits coming on up about like how much people can borrow. I don't know. I'm seeing beg and borrow, so I don't feel like that's going to be the case, beg and borrow. But you know, that goes back to the homeless energy I was telling you about, the humanitarian energy I was telling you about here. But I'm seeing something coming up about trade unions and refusals to do things. Like someone may be wanting somebody to join them in doing something and they refuse. And so we're going to see that coming up in the news. And I feel like that is more of Japan could be asked to do something and Japan might refuse. Okay. Or I'm seeing something about some kind of refusal. But of course, there'll be lies because I'm seeing dishonesty. We're going to see dishonesty, fraudulent activity, swindlers, and that made up story that I was telling you about yesterday. A lot of deception to gain money is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm also picking up on church activity. Today is Wednesday, so there's going to be a lot of like church activity here. But when I'm talking church activity, we know that there's a Reverend, I believe his name is Robert, possibly Robert Morris, and he's been basically indicted. I'm also seeing more stuff coming in about churches over the next 1 or 3 days or so. And this could have something to do with the rules and regulations regarding churches. Okay. Here we might see something coming in about what's being worn as well. Okay, as far as like, you know, attire. Okay, church attire. Okay, offerings as well coming in. I'm seeing donations and gifts, charity, stuff like that. Churches, oh, this could be churches performing humanitarian acts as well. Okay, churches getting out and so we're gonna see the good as well, not just anything bad. We're gonna see good stuff. So churches are gonna be like basically highlighted in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so here. Okay, still have clone energy coming in. It could be limitations on oil or resin or wax or something like that, dyes. But I am picking up on stuff coming in about that, like wax, resin, oil, polish. We're going to see these things come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Okay. Attacks with the hammer. Remember I told you brother, sister energy coming in, and it seems like, you know, things like family on family crimes and lover on lover crimes and stuff like that happen. And I'm seeing like impulsive acts, like, someone like beating someone to death, and someone as um, attacking someone with a hammer or some kind of um, object here. But I'm seeing like beatings taking place here over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And that's not just boxing, it's fighting energy here. I'm also seeing like someone escape again. This could be the group, but I'm feeling like there's going to be another escape. This going to could be another escaped prisoner. So prison systems, prisons and institutions of the nature, be on alert with that. Something coming in about the flag. So this could be a flag violated, a flag, something coming in about flag. This could be a cake made in the form of a flag here, because I am picking up on like pastry energy here. This could be like a pie eating contest or some kind of contest here coming in, where there's like all kinds of like food and stuff like that, because it's going to be a lot of food, a lot of bacon and stuff as we're preparing for 4th of July weekend. But I feel like there's going, oh, okay, that makes sense. 4th of July weekend. So something significant about the flag coming up. Okay. Okay, so Cancer as well, energy coming in, as I'm seeing lumps in the energy. So we're going to hear some more news about some of the celebrities that we know who are suffering from cancer, as well as some kind of cancer awareness that we learn about as well here, as we are in this humanitarian energy here. So this could be donations to a cancer foundation as well. Timber and logs, I told you about that yesterday. I'm seeing a lot about bottles, and this is eco energy. And so this energy is we're going to see a lot coming up about like recycling and eco-friendly talk, and like how we can better the environment here. So we'll see that news coming in over the next 1 or 3 days or so. A lot of drinking over the next 1 to 3 days as well. So we're going to hear a lot coming in about drinking incidents and stuff. Make sure you lock your windows, because I am seeing a lot of people like having stuff stolen out of house. A lot of like someone could get stuck in a window, because I told you I see somebody being stuck in something. So somebody could get stuck in a window here, and like the window could close down on someone. And so you want to make sure you are paying attention to what you're doing as well. I'm seeing, okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing like someone being condemned, and basically vilified, really, and in the press. Okay. Yeah, but yesterday we got fake news, so it could just be fake news. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Something coming up about this could be a new iPhone or something like that. I'm seeing something coming up about telephone. I've been seeing something coming up about telephone for a while. This could be like I told you, somebody's doing Morse code, and I feel like they're using their phone or something like that. They're lost. They're trying to be found here. Yeah, Lord, prison. So there's going to be another prison escape, and I'm certain we're going to hear something about that over the next 1 or 3 days or so. Poetry contest as well, coming in, and winners being elected, and so some contest show has so we're going to hear about like eliminations and contests and stuff like that. It's going to take news here. Denny's could be a company that is like struggling, or they're deciding to close, or something's coming up about Denny's in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. This could be shots fired at a Denny's, because I am seeing something surrounded. Um, and the district attorney is also, we're going to hear something from the district attorney as well over the next 1 to 3 days or so, here. I'm also seeing, okay, I told you about like cars and automotive news coming in over the next 1 to 3 days or so. We're still in that energy. Okay. Talk about the temperature. This could be climate control here coming in over the next 1 to 3 days. We're going to hear something about that as well. We're going to see something coming in about insects over the next 1 to 3 days. And basically, this could be like some kind of like protective measures that we could use for that. Like I got ointments and oils and stuff earlier. So this is, it could be an insect bite that caused like skin rashes or something like that. And there's killer bees and stuff like that. But specifically, some stuff that I'm seeing, it could be a connection between insect bites and E. coli, bacterial infections here. I'm seeing talk about mutant strains of DNA and stuff like that over the next 1 or 3 days or so. We're also going to be hear stuff coming in about aircraft captain, okay, or like I feel like it's going to be some kind of captain, but I feel like it's going to be an aircraft, like a pilot, okay, that we hear about in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. This could be something about the craft that was shot, that's going to be shot out of the air. But I am seeing a plane shot down. Okay. I'm also seeing something coming up about disability when it comes down to the mental patients over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also picking up on epilepsy. Talk about news about epilepsy over the next 1 to 3 days, and people going unconscious, being found unconscious again here. Carnivals coming in with this carnival, and I had ride energy the other day, and it could be like someone stuck in the air, like at a carnival or something like that. But I'm seeing carnival celebrations and ceremonies and stuff like that. We'll hear in the news over the next 1 to 3 days, things being put on display, and like pageants over the next 1 to 3 days or so. We'll be hearing stuff coming in, news about a pageant. Hunting season, approaching hunting season, deer season, because I'm also picking up on hunt. Okay, when I see hunt, this could also be ghost. Okay, hunting, ghost, and you think they're not real. They not mean ghost in itself. That's just a made up word. But spirits sometimes do linger. I crack myself up. Okay, only me. But I'm seeing something coming in about hollow structures and stuff like that. Like I said, that could be where somebody falls into. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, because I'm seeing something coming in about the bladder. We're going to be seeing news about bladder, okay, and a pouch or something, pouch and bladder. This could be like, I can't think of a catheter. Here, news about catheters and stuff like that, blisters and stuff like that. So a lot of medical news coming in here over the next 1 to 3 days or so, as well as communication and language. Here is what I'm seeing. People being injured to where they're paralyzed. I'm seeing something coming in about spinal cords, weakness, muscles. These are some things that we're going to be seeing over the next 1 or 3 days. Also, Los Angeles is going to be trending again, as I'm picking up on a lot of news coming in over the next 1 or 3 days about Los Angeles. I'm also seeing something coming in about the indigenous people here. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the forest fires or fires that's taking place. Jamaica is also trending in this energy, as well as the Jewish culture. I'm still seeing something coming in about Alberta trending, arts coming in as well. Let's see. Okay, some names that I'm picking up in the energy as well is Caleb, James, Lacey, Mac, Sam, Sal, Cam, and Jax or Jackson. And so we're going to hear those names come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Okay, also arsenic. Picking up on something about arsenic. And I've been picking up on arsenic for a while here. And so if you get something in the mail and you don't know where it came from, don't open it. Okay. I'm also seeing something coming in about a signal steal. Like I said, someone's lost. They're trying to get found. They're using Morse code, trying to get somebody's attention. And I feel like for them to know Morse code, they have to be military of some sort or some kind of prepper or survivalist or something. All right. So I'm seeing something coming in about a wave steal. And radioactive activity. I'm also seeing something about a crater coming in over the next 1 to 3 days, because over the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to have a meteor, if it hasn't already happened already. I haven't checked the news. But meteors cause craters. And so, news about craters, over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So, more talks about Massachusetts, more talks about Morocco, more advancements in science coming in over the next 1 to 3 days that we'll hear about in the news. More talk about aluminum, and aluminum is associated with recycling. So we're going to hear more about recycling, more about baseball, Albania, in the news over the next 1 or 3 days as well. Accounting. Here, I feel like it might be some whistleblower activity coming in here over the next 1 or 3 days. Copper is something that I'm seeing. I'm still seeing something in the news about Roman. Okay, it's still coming in. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here for the next 1 or 3 days or so. I love you. Google one. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.